Yeah, no, just saying with regards to the book, and that's one of the, again, we're writing the book about, you know, like growing up in Bootle, the things that, the funny things I remember as a child, and even like the cockroaches and things like that, you know, the infestations, and, you know, people forget how you lived in those days, having a tin bath and no indoor bath. You had a tin bath, you know, and to me, that was my childhood. So once, because that was typical of me and my friends. And you know, again, when I likened that first book to Kez and Stammer, because I had I had great friends, um, and we went on those adventures together. We've done the same things. We like a little group of us, probably a bunch of nerdy wells and all that, but we had so much fun in that. And there's things sort of, you know, likes of Ford Cemetery. I mean, in me fourth book, A Time for Peace, A Time for War, there's part of it where cadets go to visit a Victoria Cross recipient's grave in Ford Cemetery, which there is. I mean, the chap who died, he won a Victoria Cross in the Indian mutinies, and he's buried in Ford Cemetery. And in that, there's part I won't go into because there's like expletives and that. I don't want to spoil the book if you're going to be getting it. In fact, I will be. I'm getting you a copy anyway, Tim. So, and these spot some girls coming out at the side of the convent as the cemetery, accompanied by nuns, and a couple of things happen. Well, what people aren't aware of, and I deliver training around modern day slave and human trafficking, and that convent was the convent of the Good Shepherd. It was a Magdalen nursery. You know, it was built in the 1800s to house women of ill disrepute and to offer them further guidance and training and religious sort of whatever it was. But that was a convent that was still there. I think it closed in about 1966. But I remember the little van used to come round and they used to collect the laundry. But though that was a Magdalen nursery, and again, people don't realise, you know, they see the Phil, the Magdalen sisters and about Islands, but we had one in Bootle. So I done research and found it wasn't just one in Built. We had one in several in Crosby. We had this, we had that. So I knew where they all were through research. So it's fascinating, you know. And that's one thing we should really encourage library use. We should encourage more library use. You know, our children should be really encouraged to use the libraries, and I don't think we do that as much as when I was a kid, because you only had the libraries and swimming baths. You didn't have anything else. So, you know,